When your aging parent dies, the very first thing to do is absolutely nothing. Now that might sound really strange to you, but really, don't rush out and call the nurse or grab the phone and start calling people or calling the hospice or the mortuary or 10 family members. Not just yet, anyway. Don't do anything right away. Instead, stop, take a deep breath, and just be. Take in the situation. This moment is significant and you deserve to be fully present in it. There is something deeply profound about being at the bedside when someone that you're close to takes their last breath. It's like time slows down. I don't know. It's like there's a different feel of the air in the room. It's sacred. It's special. And there's a feeling that the space between this world and wherever it is that they're going has thinned. And for a really brief moment, you're standing right on the edge of it. This is a time of transition. And when you think about it, it is one of the most intimate experiences that you can share with another person. But the reality is that most of us, we're not prepared for death, even when we know it's coming. It's kind of amazing to me how many people are still caught off guard when a 90-something-year-old family member finally passes away. Even though it was inevitable, there's often a moment of shock of, oh my gosh, they're gone. And we react like it's an emergency, like it's something urgent that we need to fix or control, but there really is nothing to fix. There's nothing to control. Especially unexpected death. It isn't a crisis the way we've been taught to think that it is. Yes, it's extremely sad and it can be overwhelming, but it's not something that requires you to leap up immediately into action. It is not a problem to solve. It's a reality to sit in, and rushing to do something is not going to change the situation. Instead of panicking, consider that this moment might be a time to actually slow down, to take a breath and just be still, be present with what's happening and sit with it. Notice what's going on around you and inside of you, and allow yourself to notice all of it, the beauty of it, the mystery, the weight of the moment. This pause is so important because it gives your soul time to catch up with what just happened. Because no matter how much we prepare, a death always has a way of just taking the wind out of us. And if you immediately switch into doing mode and calling the nurse or the hospice and dealing with the logistics, you just might miss the chance to truly feel the enormity of what just happened. You miss the sacredness of it. So take just a few minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to just sit and breathe. You are never going to get this time back if you don't take it now. And during these minutes, let yourself be guided with whatever feels right for you. Maybe you want to sit quietly and hold their hand for just a little bit longer. Or maybe you want to whisper something to them or say a prayer. Maybe you just want to close your eyes and breathe. Whatever feels right, allow yourself to do that. When you're ready, then take the next smallest step. Maybe that means calling one close family member who needs to know. Or maybe it's calling the hospice nurse if you're at home. Whatever it is, keep it minimal and simple and move slowly. This is a time when it's so easy for our bodies to rush forward while our hearts and our souls are still back there, catching up. By moving slowly and deliberately, you are allowing all the parts of yourself to stay connected together and to be present during this important time. If you have the opportunity to be quiet and still, take it. Let yourself fully accept what has happened and begin to adjust. Because once that ball gets rolling and the phone calls start and need to be made, and you need to make arrangements and do the paperwork, then you're going to be much better able to handle it if you've taken a moment to center yourself. Remember that you're not going to have another chance to catch up and breathe later, so take the opportunity now. Being present in those first moments after someone dies is an incredible gift. They're still so close. It could feel like they're just a breath away. Keeping a calm and peaceful environment around them is the best gift you can give them. It helps them to transition with peace, and it honors the profoundness of the situation. It's something that you're not only doing for them, but you're doing it for you and for anyone else who happens to be there. I want to talk a little bit about the time leading up to your parents' death. When you know it's coming, that anticipation can feel so heavy. It can bring up all kinds of emotions like fear and sadness, even relief, and then guilt because you feel relief. The best way to think about this time is to focus on just being as present as possible. Don't let all your energy be consumed by dreading that moment of the death itself. Instead, think about how you want to show up during those last days or hours. What do you want to say to them? Are there stories that you want to share? Maybe it's just about being there and holding their hand or sitting in silence together. That's okay too. There is no script or right or wrong way to do this. Sometimes just being together is enough. What's important is that you're fully present in the moments, creating an environment of calm and connection that you're going to carry through with when the time finally comes. And being present, it doesn't mean you have to be stoic or keep a brave face. It means allowing whatever emotions happen to come up, let them come up. It's okay to cry. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to have a million emotions all at the same time. Being present is about feeling it all without being judgmental, without trying to rush it or stop it, and not trying to control it. This anticipation period can also be a time to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for what's to come. Think about what kind of environment you want to create for your parents' passing. Do you want soft music playing, or do you want to read to them something that would be meaningful for them? Think about what might bring comfort to both of you and how you can create a peaceful space that honors their life and the love that you shared. But I'm going to tell you a story. When my mom was dying over 20 years ago, I sat with her and I lotioned her hands and her arms and I brushed her hair. She had no idea because she was in a coma. I recently made a video about my not so good childhood with my mom, and I mentioned that I only had 2 good memories of her, but I forgot about this third one. This moment was my peace offering before she passed away. So don't think that taking some sacred time before or after your parent dies is reserved only for those who had a loving, happy, and close relationship with their parent. Taking in the gravity of the situation and your relationship and just sitting with it and taking it in a way that's comfortable for you can help you one day bring a little bit of peace to that relationship that might not have been there before. I didn't realize it at the time, but those moments of being with my mom really contributed to my healing from a very abusive childhood. And 20 years later, I can say I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity. Now, when the moment of death arrives, all this preparation is going to help you. You'll have already laid the groundwork for a calm environment and response. And when your parent takes their last breath, you're going to be more able to be present and just take that pause to feel everything that comes up and to hold space for them as they pass over. Once you've had the time to be still and breathe and just sit with the experience, you're going to find yourself in a better place to handle all the next steps. So start small. Make that first phone call if it needs to be made. Notify whoever needs to know, but do it slowly and do it with intention. Don't be frantic. Don't let the logistics of the death pull you away from the emotional and spiritual gravity of what's happening. I think that a lot of people use this busy time and things to do to prevent themselves from facing the situation. But it really is necessary and quite beautiful to face exactly what's happening. And take care of yourself too in the hours and the days that follow. You've just experienced something huge. Give yourself permission to grieve and to rest and to reflect. Get support if you need it, and remember that there's no right or wrong way to go through this process of losing your parent. The time after your parent's death is sacred. It's filled with pain and beauty and loss and love. And by being fully present, by stopping to catch your breath and take things slow, one step at a time, it creates a space that just honors all of it. You honor your parent, and you honor yourself, and you honor this crazy mystery of life and death that connects all of us. Most people don't even want to think about a pending death, but I hope that this video helps you prepare to get prepared. It's going to be okay. Thanks for watching. Be well, and I'll see you next time.